Right, so where do we start with that one? Burnley felt disappointing, but this might just be Man United's worst performance of the season. At home, FA Cup, a chance to reset, a chance to build momentum under Fletcher, and we just threw it all in the bin. Brighton didn't just nick it, they came to Old Trafford, looked confident, looked organised, and they took the game away from us. 12 minutes in, we're already chasing shadows. Brian Gruda got that right, I bet you I did. There was no pressure on him, no spark, no bite, and we're behind. And then, the most Man United thing possible in 2026, Danny Welbeck, of course, turning up back at Old Trafford and sticking one past us. Again. You couldn't script it, but yeah, you could, because he's done it plenty of times before. And here's the funny bit. If you look at the stats after the match, they'll tell you United weren't that bad. Possession, XG, shots, territory, late pressure, touches in the opposition boxes. It was all pretty good. But anyone that watched that match knows those stats are lying through their fucking teeth. The eye test gave a completely different story. United looked slow, flat, disconnected, unsure of themselves, lacking confidence. Brighton, they moved with purpose. We moved like we were hoping someone would sort it out in the end. Old Trafford used to be a place teams feared. Tonight, it looked like a place Brighton actually enjoyed coming to. They took it to us. Yeah, okay, Šeško got a goal late on with a wee bit of hope. Finally something to cheer, finally something to believe in. But we let ourselves down. It was a shocking experience just to watch that game. It was an absolute disaster. But there was a wee bit of praise for somebody. Shea Lacey, he showed more bravery in 10 minutes on the field than the fucking whole team did for the first hour. Even the red card at the end, okay, it was stupid, he's a young boy, he fucked up. But he gave chaos, he gave promise. There was a wee bit of heartbreak, of course, when he gets sent off. But it was a damn good little cameo performance from my boy. So that's it, out of the FA Cup, out of the League Cup, Europe, non-existent, and it's January. Start of fucking January. The league's the only thing we've got left. Playing to try and get a European place is the only goddamn thing we've got left. Brighton, they deserved it. United, they deserved the booze. And Fletcher's job, well, it's probably going to be Carrick's job now. It's not about style or systems or clever rotations or a rebuild. It's just trying to get the players playing to their fucking full potential. Getting the team functioning. Get the confidence back. Get the fight back. Get some basic belief into these fucking boys. But anyway, let's get on to the player ratings, and some of them are going to be absolutely fucking shocking. The lowest I've done yet. I can almost see it right now. Okay, so first up we have Sen Lemens, the goalkeeper who's been quite good so far at Old Trafford for Man United. This was probably the game where he's had his first mistake. There was a pass, could have went to a United player, it went to a former United player, it went to Welbeck, and Welbeck should have scored. He didn't. Lemens got away with one. Apart from that, he didn't have a save to make all night. His distribution was okay, but he seemed a bit rushed. Brighton, as they always do, were putting pressure on up top, and some of his passes did go a bit wayward. I don't know why he wasn't hitting it long. We've got a big giant boy up there that can maybe take it down on his fucking chest or something, but anyway, for one of his... he made his first mistake, first real mistake anyway, I think. And so 5 out of 10 for Le Mans. Okay, now for Lenny Euro, and he was okay, he was quite steady. He won 4 out of 10 duels, and he was helping keep United's structure as United pressed, Brighton pressed, and Brighton always do press like motherfuckers. So he was a bit under pressure a wee bit. He was getting dragged around a little bit from Brighton. He made a couple of clearances, a couple of tackles, nothing great. It was solid-ish, nothing really going forward, but you don't expect that from your centre-backs. It was okay, but you can see the fact that there's something wrong with him. He's not quite right. For the last month, he's not really been himself. He got took out the team a little bit, and Aiden Heaven was in. And now Heaven's back out, and he's back in. We need the lit back. We need the lit, and Martinez playing in the centre of his defence. These other two, they're young boys, they're learning, and they need to use these games as, you know, learning curves. So for Lenny Euro in this match, I'm going to give him 5.5. Okay, now Lisandro Martinez, and he marshalled the back line with his usual aggression. That's what you get with this guy. He is fucking aggressive. He's got the leadership. He stepped into challenges. He stepped into midfield because the midfield didn't seem to want to go back and get the ball off him. So he kind of jumped in there. And that meant he was out of position sometimes, and that meant Euro was kind of there himself a little bit. the midfield need to do better to help their defenders out. But his long passing into the channels, he played a couple of passes and they were absolutely fucking insane. These passes of his are, wow, incredible. His experience is visible, he covered ground and he organises his defence, but still wasn't a vintage performance, and he is just back from injury, so we've got to give him a wee bit of a break. But for Martinez, a 6 out of 10. Okay, now for Patrick Dorgu, and he got involved as he always does, playing at left back. In this game, he was a bit further forward in the last few games, and this guy's an absolute machine. I've been saying it ever since he joined the club. He will run around all day fucking long. I believe he had 19, correct me if I'm wrong, 19 fucking duels. He is an absolute monster. He's so aggressive. He gets into everything. Doesn't win them all. He's never going to win them all. But Jesus Christ, what a machine. I believe his 85% pass success rate, not great, not brilliant, but for somebody who's maybe lacking a little bit technically, that's not bad. As long as he gets up and he tries, and for somebody in front of him to help in that 3-4-3, whatever you want to call it, playing as a left wing back or a right wing back, there's nobody really in front of you or behind you. You've basically got to do the whole fucking thing yourself. At least in this system, there's somebody in front, there's somebody to the side, there's a bit of help there, and I think he's going to thrive from that. Get forward, get crosses in, get back, defend. That's your job, and he'll do that no problem. The quality won't always be there, but it was there in this match. One of our better players, and for me, for Dorgu, 6.5 out of 10. Now for Diogo Dalot, and he started the game really fucking well. He had 2 chances, one he at least should have scored with, and I don't know about you, but as a professional footballer, why is he just smashing the ball towards the fucking goalkeeper? Pick a goddamn corner. I know he's a defender, but he's been playing football since he's like 3-4 years old. You should be able to have a bit of composure, hit a corner. If you miss, if the keeper saves it, fine. Keeper saved it, brilliant. You don't just smash the ball off the fucking goalkeeper straight down the middle of the goal. And then the second one, he tried to lift it a little bit. Obviously, I mean, that ball, that's still flying somewhere. That's probably in London now. Shocking. And then the rest of the match, he done nothing. He's someone who's not good enough for Man United. I've always said maybe as a squad player he'd be okay, but it proves game after game after game that he's just not good enough. How this guy gets games all the time is an absolute joke. I've heard that Juventus are interested in Mazraoui. If Man United sell Mazraoui to Juventus and keep this fucking joker on the fucking books, it is a disgrace. This guy, if you can get 20 million for him, I would take it. He's got everything physically. He's a big fucking unit. He's fast, he's strong. But every time he's on the ball, he just looks so nervous. He doesn't know what to do with it. Doesn't know where to go with it. He doesn't know if he should stick or twist. Going forward, he's not really good enough. Coming back, just not good enough. I don't really know where he fits in this team going forward. He'll finish off this season, but for me, he needs to go. He's not good enough. Dalot in this match, a 3 out of 10. Okay, now for Ugarte, and he worked hard to try and disrupt Brighton when United lost the ball. He was okay with his passes. He was getting in there with his tackles, attempted tackles and recoveries. That's exactly what he's there for. The stats tell you that he had a not bad shift, but the eye test showed us that the intensity wasn't there, the aggression wasn't there. He was getting dragged around a little bit. He was kind of going out wide to cover for people. He needs to be the main man in the centre of that pitch. That's why he's there. So yeah, it wasn't a great performance, but you don't really get great performances from him. But for this match, I'm going to give him a 5.5 out of 10 for Dorgu. For Ugarte, sorry. Now for Kobe Mainoo, getting one of his very few starts of the season, and he looked neat in midfield, especially in the first half. He was helping United to keep possession and build up. He was trying to set a tempo, especially after transition losses. He was trying to get on the ball and trying to get things going. Didn't really happen for him. It wasn't a great performance from him. He's going to take some time to get back into it. He's not been playing football all fucking season. Can't expect him just to come in and hit the ground running. He took up positions to receive, and he looked to link up with Bruno in advanced areas. But like I said, it just didn't happen for him in this match. Didn't happen for a lot of people in this match. For Manu in this match, 5 out of 10. Now for Bruno Fernandes, and he had a typical Bruno Fernandes kind of game. It was full of key passes, full of chances to be created. He had a shot on target. He, of course, had an assist. He won 4 out of 6 duels. He lost possession a few times, but that he always does because he tries to, he's the guy that's creating the chances. You're not always going to get that final ball correct. But it was a pretty decent performance in a team that is lacking in quality. He's the only person we've got that genuinely brings quality every single fucking game. Apart from the Europa League final last year against Tottenham, he was absolutely absent, but I'm not going to keep bringing that up. But for this match, Bruno gets I'm going to give him a 7 because it was okay. 7 out of 10 for Bruno. Okay, now for Mason Mount, and he was on the pitch for over an hour. He had 0 defensive contributions. He had 0 tackles. He had 0 of 2 crosses attempts. He actually won 2 duels, 2 out of 2. But I believe he had 23 touches of the ball in over 62 minutes. And that is absolutely shocking. He might as well have not turned up. He might as well have not been on the fucking pitch. He done nothing. He done absolutely nothing. I mean, there's a wee lassie I work with, wee Sophie, and she's got a wee thing for him. He might as well have been in her house giving her one rather than being on that pitch doing nothing for anyone. Absolute shocking performance, and I'm going to rate him the lowest I've ever rated anyone. Mount gets a 2 out of 10. He only gets a 2 because he did have a shot and he did win 2 out of 2 duels. But fuck me. 14 out of 16 passes. He was on the pitch for over an hour. He's supposed to be someone who's a sort of hybrid midfielder attacker. Jesus Christ, how do you fucking touch the ball so little in that amount of time? What were you doing? Where were you? Jesus fuck. Anyway, 2 out of 10 for Mount. Now for Matty Kuna, and he was involved in United's attacking phases as he always is. He was pushing Brighton back, he was contributing with forward runs, trying to create openings. United at 18 total goal attempts, 7 on target, and a lot of that is down to him and his hard work. He's one of the hardest working motherfuckers in this team. I mean, his duels alone, how many were there? There was 19 duels, and okay, he only won 9. I say he only won 9, that's basically half. But he had 3 shots, he had a chance created, 2 key passes. Okay, he loses possession a lot. 24 times he lost possession. But that's what you get with creative players. They're not playing simple 5-yard passes. They're trying to create something. They're trying to thread the needle. They're trying to put balls over the top. They're trying to get people in. And so for me, it wasn't vintage in terms of his quality in the final third. But that's just because everybody around him is fucking shite in this game. There was him, there was Bruno and Dorgu. And Big Šeško, that's coming up. There was a few players who were good. The rest of them, fuck me. But anyway, so for Kuna in this match, he's getting a 6 out of 10. Okay, now for our big striker, a big guy who's coming into a bit of form. Big Šeško, he was the focal point of United's attack. And he always is, and he always should be as long as he stays in this kind of form. Constantly threatening, constantly moving. If you ever see someone as a striker, I mean, the main difference between this guy and Højlund, I know Højlund is lightening it up in Italy right now with Napoli, but Højlund didn't seem to make any runs. He was too fucking focused on trying to wrestle defenders. This guy's runs, Šeško's runs, are fucking insane. And okay, he did get a goal. It gave us a wee bit of hope late on from a corner from Bruno, but it just wasn't enough. It gave United belief. It gave us a last 5 minutes of a wee bit of excitement. Then, of course, it was kind of ruined when Shea Lacey gets sent off, but that's for another chat. But for this match, for Benjamin Šeško, just coming into a bit of form, can keep his movement high, and he'll get the goals. For this match, a 7.5 out of 10. Okay, now for the subs, and I'm going to not even really mention Casemiro, Xerxes, because they weren't really great. Who else? Come on. Somebody else, come on. I can't remember who it was. It was, but yeah, Casemiro, Xerxes, Maguire. I mean, Maguire was okay. He had an impact at least. I believe he had a header at goal. But Shea Lacey's the main guy. He came on, he had a shot, he had a key pass, 100% success rate for his passing, 2 recoveries. The guy was only on the pitch for half an hour before he got sent off for being a daft wee boy. But he took it to Reading like no one else in that United side did. He ran at them, he got crosses, he got shots. It was a great fucking performance from a wee guy. And actually he's probably going to get the highest. I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10, just for the fact that he came on and he was actually trying and there was quality there. Shame that he got a sending off because it means he's out for the City game. And then after that, we'll probably have Ahmad and Wemo back, so he'll be lucky to get on the bench. He should be on the bench. He should even be fighting for a first team place. But we're going to see a lot more of this guy. He's going to be brilliant. And I was actually so fucking heartbroken when he gets sent off. You could see it in his face. In fact, you never saw his face because he's hiding his face with his shirt. But then he's down the tunnel and he's kicking fuck it or something. But I love that passion. Absolutely love it. We're going to see a lot more of him. And we're going to see him become an absolute superstar. I can fucking feel it. So an 8 out of 10 for Shea Lacey. Half an hour cameo man of the match for Man United. Okay, and that's that. United out of the FA Cup, out of the League Cup, out of Europe. And we're in January. There's absolutely nowhere to hide. Brighton deserved it. United got exactly what that performance earned. And it stings more because it's Old Trafford. Nights like this used to mean something. It used to be different. There's no time to sulk, no time to wallow because the fixture list doesn't care how you're feeling. Up next, Man City, of course. We're a fucking machine. We're fighting for the title. The same City, two absolutely different clubs, completely different universe right now. If United turn up like this, it will get fucking ugly fast. Maybe, just maybe, it's a kind of punch in the jaw that forces a reaction. A big week ahead, big decisions for whoever's going to be in the hot seat, and I think it's going to be Carrick. So we need a showing. We need the boys to actually show up, put in a performance, and actually want to play for this club, for that badge on the chest. But anyway, Saturday, 12:30. Let's see how we get on. Let's see if we can take it to City. See if we can even get a fucking draw. I'm not sure about it, but let's just see. Fingers crossed. Have a good night, guys.